What's up, guys? Let's talk real quick about Bitcoin. I'm not going to take long here at all. So each of these things is something I've posted already on Twitter. We have a downtrend here that really has lasted since June of last year, June of 2019. So we had an uptrend into it, and then we had a years-long downtrend. Now that downtrend is broken. We already knew the downtrend line was broken. We have a downtrend here that we knew that was broken. It's been broken for a while, regardless of whether you put it in log or arithmetic. They're both broken, right? So we knew that that line was broken, but we just formally broke the actual downtrend. We had lower highs. Well, we had a high here, lower high, lower high, lower high. Potentially a lower high here was now broken. So we've broken not only the high of this, suggesting this local uptrend has continued, but we've also broken this year-long downtrend. Massive, massive move, massively important level to be broken. And we broke the one prior to it too, which was pretty close. But overall, this suggests that we have a major uptrend continuing upward that started in March of this year and has now broken a years-long, nearly a year-long downtrend. Very important things. So what is next? The size of this move is quite interesting. From an Elliott wave perspective, we're either looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 type move, where this is a massive impulse. And typically, the fifth wave is going to be the strongest wave of a move. If you look back here, the final wave was stronger than the rest of these. So for me, this is very possible. The other possibility is that we simply had some kind of A wave up, B wave, and a C coming up that we would expect to be related to this move here. So let me just do it this way. I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. Our two options is that we either have a move related to this one, that started essentially here or here, but the low is here, so we'll put it there. So if it's 1-to-1 in time, we're talking about taking until August 22nd, so that's another month from here. 1-to-1 in price gets us to, I can't read that, but essentially a $15,000 target. Now we don't have to be 1-to-1. We can extend both time and price can extend a little further than 1-to-1, but this is a good general idea for where a target could land this route. Right in here. The other option is that we are in a final impulse of a larger impulsive move. As you can see, we don't expect this to take as long. Price-wise, we're actually very similar because of how strong this move was. Realistically, we have to move it over to where it starts here at the low to even be considered time-wise. So let me recolor this. I'm going to take them off here in just a second anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. But again, price-wise, we're still around the 15,000 target. What's more relevant here is the kind of correction we could be expecting here. So we had continuation patterns in this impulse that took only a couple days. In fact, to really see them, you have to go down to a lower time frame, such as the 4-hour here. Really, the 1 hour is ideal. But you can see A, B, C. A, B, C on both of these, taking this 15th to the lows on the 18th. So 3-ish days on both of them, I believe. 22nd, well, this one's really only 2 days. So 2 to 3 days, corrective wise, it could look like this. And I think we still have one more high personally. Ignore the drop here. We would continue up a little further than this. In fact, it could even come up here on the next move, on the next push up. So this would be a scenario where we have a couple days here of consolidation and probably altcoin moves. The other option is that our move is more correlated to this here. We'll just call it this piece. So that one took more like a month and took 3 weeks. I doubt we take that long, but it could be a more comparable correction to this. And you can see the depth is still pretty similar. So if we start them from the same place, they still kind of come to this 10.4-ish area. So if we get another push up, that's what I expect, around 10.4. The benefit of this is that we have a ton more time for alts to run. Talking specifically about the microcaps, about the amples of the world. Would I be buying ample right now? No, I personally would not. But it's very possible that something like ample could still make a run, or at least hold sideways for a few more weeks if we get this, and then we impulse out of it. To be honest, I would make a lot more money on this than I would this, even though this comes faster. So which one do I want? It's a toss-up. I guess I want this one because I'd make more money. Which one do I think is going to happen? I don't know yet. It really depends on the rejection when we get to this point, when we get to the top of this current move. But in order to reach the 15,000 type target that I'm talking about, we do have to have one of these corrective type patterns to be able to continue up. Really, that's all I had to talk about, guys. That's the shortest video I've ever done. Let's just look at EOS real quick as a representation of other alts. This thing looks great. We had a flat form right here that could have scared a lot of people out because it did expand. It's a large wick. But I'm expecting at least a 1-to-1 out of this. So that's R1, A, B here, C. Time-wise, that gives us to August 14th. That gives us the 2 to 3 weeks we would need for the bigger correction, except then we also need the high. So we'll see. It's still a toss-up for me. We could definitely make a run a little higher than this, and I would think we could potentially test like $5. That would be quite exciting. If we look at the log, you can see that's even more realistic. Well, that's 5 still up here. The 0.5 moved down because I have the fib set to log scale. But a 1-to-1 move this way gets us 479. Yep. So I definitely think we still have some exciting things ahead. EOS is moving again right now. I'm glad I got into that one. Ethereum Classic is the same. Expecting a massive move to continue up here. What else? XRP probably the same. ETH, I think we hit 360. Which we're not far from 360 already. Honestly, I think we're going to go over 360 like this and then retest 360 before another leg up. So we're talking about 460. 460 is very possible on ETH from this next leg up. So I'm still holding my longs there. What is BSV? BSV is, it's quite interesting. I don't think I can get the history I want. Yeah, this will have to be the best one. I think BSV is going to run. I'm not even in it right now. But essentially you have a massive flat. You got, it's hard to see here. Yeah, it's hard to see the chart. Essentially, we've got a massive running flat here. A, B, C, and it could potentially break the highs, running to 500 and higher. It's clearer on log than it is on arithmetic. All right, guys, that's everything I got. We'll see you in the next one.